Offering your clients a white glove service, for example, would help you build a lot of lasting relationships. It's the key to boosting real estate through referrals. And if you only have to tend to one or two clients at a time, this is easy to do. Consistent, maybe overly consistent phone calls and the capability of talking to more people more often is the type of service that they're looking for. Ask them, what would be a top-notch service for you? What can I offer you that you are looking for to make this an exceptional experience for you? Take time to reach out to those clients. According to the NAR, 73% of sellers noted that they would use their same agent again, and it's because of the work that they did during the transaction. 50% of those said that they didn't because they never heard from their agent again. So the follow-up strategy, the referral strategy, the consistent clients become forever clients strategy is critical. You need to have at minimum, a weekly scheduled call where you let them know how many showings were completed if they're a listing agent. If they're buyers, how many homes that you have looked for that are close to or maybe not quite fitting the bill for what they are wanting. Are you helping them in their search? Or are you just turning them over to Zillow and say, give me a call when you find something you like? Trust me, they're going to figure out pretty quick that the internet helped them find a home and not their agent. And don't forget about referrals. You need to remember that referrals and repeat clients are the number one way to generate business just after being in the industry for a few years. Same study that I talked about earlier, 36% of clients found their agent because it was referred. 27% worked with their agent previously. So constant building of a referral network is critical. But if you don't do it right the first time, there is no way you're going to get a second chance. There are lots of different tools out there that keep you in touch with your clients. If you're not using a CRM, get out of the business. At this point in the game, there is no way that you are consistently talking to your client sphere on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, if you don't have a CRM reminding you. Trust me, time gets away from you. If my mother wouldn't send me a message every single week, I would forget that it has been a week since I talked to my own mother. So clients, you're keeping me busy and I love you for it, but that means that some of my clients are going to get forgotten if it wasn't for my CRM, talking to them when I'm asleep so that my business is working for me and making sure that I'm top of mind and giving me reminders. It's time to call Tom and Betty this week. Let's talk a little bit about organic growth and team building. You do not need to start with a team to be successful in real estate. However, you need access to people. You need access to those that can help keep you motivated. No difference than going to a gym. People don't go to a gym because they can't make themselves motivate, and a group is necessary to help keep them going every single day. Yes, and there's a consistent amount of harassment involved in that too. That's why a lot of people feel like they have to work at a brokerage that has a live office or that has constant staff meetings so that they can pretend to show up for a job every day, when we all know they're just sitting around sucking up the free coffee and making it an arts and crafts opportunity. In fact, it's recommended that you don't bring on team members until absolutely necessary, right? It cuts into your budgeting, it cuts into the way you do your business, and it ends up at some point being a fight. The band simply won't stay together. The way that you will mature, even though you're part of a team, will be in different directions. You definitely live in different places. You will have different strategies, and because you don't own the company, chances are you're not dedicated to one person's strategy over your own. Investing in lead generation with a team can get very expensive, and you can feel like sometimes you're the low person on the totem pole or not the highest producer. The highest producer can get to the point where they feel slighted because everyone else isn't pulling the same type of weight. If everyone else was, then look at all of the millions of dollars they would be generating together. In other words, organic growth is the way to go. You need to define where you want to go. We've talked about that in several sessions. If you want to be a managing broker ultimately, or you want to be a team leader ultimately, then set your sights on that, set your goal on it, work with someone that has done it and done it successfully, and follow that person's advice, even if it means walking off the end of the boat. Real estate groups and real estate brokerages are hard enough to grow. But the hardest part is maintaining the staff levels, maintaining the real estate agent levels, and making sure that the agents that are on board are there because you're giving them the best quality of service too, and not just because they're afraid of change and won't leave the brokerage. However, you still have to know yourself first. If you're looking for tools to help you get started on building a team, there's lots of them out there. I'd recommend using solutions that help you set up yourself for success first so that you can be the shining example. There are some great comprehensive solutions out there. If I had to promote one, and one that is really pushing themselves into the forefront with the AI strategy inside of real estate today, I would say check out Sync, CINC. They are a top-rated Teams platform, and they put together ads and run them for you while bringing in leads and distributing them in a nice round-robin fashion and an availability fashion for a team. If you're going to pay for a lead gen platform like Zillow, for example, also very well team-based. It does a nice round-robin strategy too, and if someone hasn't contacted the lead within a certain amount of time, it reshuffles the deck and sends the lead to someone else because it understands the importance of that. Look, I have known plenty of agents that are more happy to be superstars doing, 10, 15 transactions a year. They love helping their clients. They love staying busy. I've met agents who are team members and who are incredibly successful, making upwards of, $100,000 a year plus. And that's GCI, and they love the team camaraderie. They wouldn't dream of leaving the team to strike out on their own, but you're going to find that the balance has to work for you to be a part of one strategy or another. Ultimately, still, what gets you up in the morning and gets you treating this like not just entrepreneurship, but like a business is what's going to keep you going. The reason bakers make it is because they understand that if they don't show up to work at 3 o'clock in the morning and actually start creating baked goods to sell, they won't have any goods on the shelf. The goods on the shelf spoil, they expire, they get cleaned out every couple of days, and they must make new baked goods on a daily basis. Otherwise, their business is over, quite literally overnight. Treat your real estate business like a bakery. Get in there and do some fresh prospecting every single day. Stop making excuses. Set yourself up for success for 2025 simply by building good habits in yourself. If you're going to go through and build a New Year's resolution, it's get up and get your ass to work. There you go. There's your resolution. Every single day, my ass will be out of the chair and on a phone, or my ass will be out in public talking to clients and generating direct leads and generating a positive reputation for myself. Because nothing will motivate you more than a client going, I am so glad you introduced yourself while simply filling up a tank with gas. Anybody that's known me for more than a minute knows that I love to lean back on my gas station story. That's one of my favorite clients that I've ever worked with, and one of the coolest stories that I've ever leveraged in gathering more business from it. Next thing you got to do is you've got to create a supportive culture. A supportive culture is your pillar, and it's how your business is actually going to grow. When you're looking into brokerages, the culture's got to fit. It needs to be your biggest consideration. The availability of the broker, the knowledge of the broker, the activity of the broker, not 20 years ago, today, needs to matter, needs to be relevant, and it's got to be something that you attach to. Otherwise, there will be a feeling of isolation with you in this business. A supportive community, like-minded real estate agents that will help you brainstorm. Those are the type of suggestions that you're going to find group activities for that's going to keep you going. If you need some help with those, I suggest that you talk to your local real estate association and find out where their groups are meeting. When I started, I joined a very fast growing, in presence, in person, new agent centric brokerage. But I struggled to find a sense of community. It ended up being so many people with the shotgun approach that I talked about at the beginning of the class, looking for the bright, shiny niche because they didn't know what they were going to do next. It became very difficult. Ultimately, I was fortunate in my career very early on. I know how to hustle. That created a nice cloud of energy around me. So I built a group very, very quickly, and we as teams talked every single day. The agents that are with me at my brokerage now are the same. We love to talk. We love to talk through problems. We love to talk and keep each other energized. We like to just get on the phone and bullshit occasionally, just to know that we're not alone out there. These are important things. We have people that show up at the house and show up and spend time with me in the office every single week just because they want to be around some energy, they want to talk through some ideas, and I care, and I will sit there with them while we walk through those things together. Look, you can only tell your friends and family you're a real estate agent so many times before you actually have to get out there and prove it. Partnerships. Building a strategic partnership in real estate will go a long way of doing business for you. Referrals do not just come from clients. They often come from the relationships that you have built inside of the industry. Get to know your preferred lenders, your title reps, your inspectors, your insurance brokers. These kinds of partnerships will help you extend your opportunity and your reach. And yeah, if that means some exclusivity in partnership is needed, do it. They're going to love working for you knowing that every time you get a client, you're going to mention their name. One or two of those deals are going to come right back to you. Partners like this are going to extend opportunities and extend your reach into the market. It doesn't really matter if every real estate agent knows you. It needs to be everybody that helps wash the hands of real estate business in the industry. They know you. Plus, working with partners on some co-branded strategy, client appreciation events over at the local community center can create huge opportunities for both of you. You can share the cost plus the leads. Great thing about having a network like this is that you can lean on those relationships for your clients too. It becomes a concierge service that you go over and above because not only have you worked with these people, but they've done exceptional work and you don't mind actually referring business to them. A network like this is going to grow over time. It's very competitive, so you'll have a situation where your friends want to be more friends and kind of bump other friends out. It's always fun to watch. But if you work with an amazing title company, note it. Put it on your CRM whenever you're leaving that behind with them. Connect on social media. Find ways to recognize them for doing such a great job. This will also tie into prioritizing your client experience. You're going to be so excited to introduce them to all the right people, the I got a guy thoughts, that you won't stop giving them additional advice on how you can make more opportunities for them to be successful in this transaction.